See. I mean, that's it. Before we get started, though. Well, maybe I should wait for Zach. But, is everyone in the mood to play? I mean, Katie and Eric, you guys are going to be somewhat distracted. Danny doesn't feel the hottest anyway. Sounds like Zach's pretty tired too. I mean, we don't have to force this if we don't need to. But if everyone's rearing to play, we can play. Just throwing that out there.
I'm game to play, but I also don't have.
I just go ahead, Jason. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I don't have everything going on like everyone else does.
Yeah.
All right.
Pilot Bob.
Well, that reminds me, I need to turn on my browser extension. Yoink. Okay, so I assume everyone saw we are going to be indefinitely without Michelle, without Liara for this campaign. So yeah, so plan around that. She was gonna offer some arcane support, but also she was doing some backup healing. So do with that what you will. I think we have a pretty good spread, though. We have a cleric. We have, well, we don't have much in the way of arcane, do we?
Yeah.
We have Tenzien. That's fine.
Tenzien very strong. That's all you need.
Yeah, I suppose all magic is on you, Zach, who's not listening.
Shh. We won't tell him. It'll be great.
Now we got two half casters. We got a paladin and a ranger. And then
Rangers don't cast.
Well, your ranger doesn't, but it's all good. Okay. I'll wait for Zach, and then we will kick off the narrative again. Let's see. So we came out of the. Nope. I'll wait for Zach a second.
Yeah, we finished the temple and we came back outside, and then that's where we ended.
So, fun fact. My new computer can sync to my phone. And so I get my text messages on my laptop now. And I saw my brother just text asking for the link to the Twitch stream. And I was like, yeah. So I went to go type it up on the computer and then realized, oh, wait, I'm dumb. I can't just copy and paste my link from the computer onto my phone.
But you can!
Now I can! It's so nice!
I'm back.
Hey,
back.
welcome back.
Okay, so as we get into this, Zach,
Yes.
you are now all magic. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I mean, like, sure, I'll take it.
No, for those you're streaming already, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So for those that may have missed it, we are down Michelle indefinitely. So we won't have Liara for the foreseeable future. Work
She
related.
really hated
Time
this
difference.
jungle. She's just like, nah, I'm going back.
Right. No, I'm not going to kill Liara off, but we will be without her for a while. So indefinitely. Michelle's always welcome to come back if work allows her to. So let's see. In the meantime, so party comp shouldn't be too compromised. She was playing a warlock, a full caster, but she was also celestial, so there's a healing support component to her magic. Now the only full caster is Thoridne, our cleric. So we still have some healing, still have some of that going on. We also have Paladin for support as well. So you got a ranger, a paladin, and a cleric. That's our magic. So we're going to be kind of a low magic campaign in that way. So that'll be kind of an interesting dynamic.
No pressure as the only caster.
You'll be
Only full
fine.
caster.
I'm sure.
Yep. It just means you guys have to actually solve the puzzles instead of like casting knock or something.
Damn, I love knock though. It's such a good spell. I see Gerald is still doing his handstands.
Yes.
Are you gonna get in the box? You're about to, aren't you?
All right. You guys last week made your way up the river deeper into the jungle, heading towards Camp Vengeance, a Order of the Gauntlet outpost, as a step along your journey, escorting the half-orc member of the faction Undril. I don't have a half-orc token for her. She's just this commoner out by the river. The two men are your boatmen. You also have the guide Eku, a native Chultan who is helping, or who claims she can show you the way to many places in the jungle.
Does she know the way?
Along the way, you guys came across this outpost. It looks like it's an abandoned. Chunks of it have been destroyed. Nice site of a battle. We reconstructed that something tore through here and either killed or chased away whoever had set it up. Undril recognized this as having the markings of the Order of the Gauntlet, so maybe this was another outpost of theirs, but she is not she's not savvy to what happened here. Eku hadn't heard either. Maybe we can find out more up the river. That said, you didn't find any bodies or anything, so that's a thing.
We found one body.
We found one body at the bottom of the latrine, and of course looted it. Let's see. Still learning all of your names. You are the professor. Professor Benmis also decided to free a axebeak that had been trapped inside the pen as well. This place looks like it's been abandoned for months. But the shining feature of this camp is a large temple up against the hill, depicting a man wearing a crocodile on his back. Eku told you a local legend about it, and you guys decided to see what was inside. And of course, what was inside was a bunch of deadly traps.
Can we reset our doors on the way out if we didn't?
You reset the doors on the traps?
Yes.
There was really only one door, and it was the puzzle door. The rest of it was just kind of open columns.
Yes.
Close I guess Tenzien did disable some of the swinging blades.
Well, I definitely want to close the puzzle door, so yeah.
Sure. You guys brute forced your way past two of the puzzles, just taking damage as needed, but solved the riddle to get into the third, to get past the third puzzle into the room where some sort of treasure was held, as well as a bunch of bones. There was a large decorative piece of pottery that you decided was cool and decided to take it. I know I'm glossing over things here, but eventually you made your way outside, and that was right about where our session ended. Oh, hi. Oh, I'm looking for my trash can that I hid. Okay. Sorry, I got bumped in the hand by a wet nose. And that is roughly where we ended. So you guys were coming out. I think there was some discussion going on the landing here, thinking over the pot and whatnot. But other than that, this is where we are. As you guys emerge from the temple, plotting your next move, trying to figure out what's in your hands. I was just about to incite the incident. Hopefully you can still hear me, Katie. Oh, and I was actually going to have Katie be the one that spots this, because Gerald was on the lookout. But yes, as the group is inside, Gerald was standing outside with Eku and Liara, discussing what's going on and generally trying to keep watch to make sure nobody assaulted their position, because this camp has no defenses built up for some reason. There's no trenches, there's no spike walls, none of that. I'm sorry, loading something on my screen. Okay. And as the group makes their way, emerging from the entrance, Gerald spots some sort of disturbance. It's like there's a rustling of some of the tents down to the south. It seems like the boatman and your escort do not notice anything going on, but kind of notice some weird rustling down there. She's about to maybe bring it up or go investigate, whatever her plan is. But before she can really react to it, she sees a very strange sight. A tall, thin creature comes sprinting out of from between the tents at full speed. I say tall because it's like maybe 5.5 feet tall. But it's very thin, much thinner than, say, a human would be at that height. Comes sprinting out. It looks like it has like 3 faces, big monstrous things that go all the way down its body, like stacked vertically are the faces. Go down all the way to its waist.
Ew.
And it's got 6 arms. Each one clutching something different, maybe a spear, maybe a club. This one over here has a shield in it. It comes sprinting out towards the boats and the workers. And as she kind of takes this in, it's moving kind of in a strange, wobbly kind of way. And after staring at it for a second, she realizes it's not a single creature. It looks like it's maybe 3 creatures stacked on top of each other.
Is it 3 kobolds in a trench coat?
Not in a trench coat. They're just openly on top of each other. And no, it's not kobolds, or it doesn't appear to be. Although it's about that height, it seems to be some sort of halflings or maybe goblins. And they make a sprint towards towards where your boats are against the river.
So should Gerald's token be over by the boats?
I'll leave that up to her. I don't know if Katie heard any of that.
No, she's helping settle Emma. So
Gotcha. So Eric, maybe you can help me decide then. Last session she was kind of keeping watch outside, out front.
Yeah, I guess I would probably leave her by the boats then.
Yeah, she had left her token up here, but like I don't know if it would make more sense, like if she saw some kind of disturbance, start making her way towards it, or something like that, or if it was implied she was patrolling, maybe.
Yeah, it might be like a fair like do a patrol, like going around like this central tent or something.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna post Liara, maybe, or not Liara. Post Gerald right about here for the start of this, as you guys are emerging from the temple. I'm actually gonna move Liara and Eku to the base there. And as it comes out, it starts making a ruckus. It's making noise. It's like giving up on stealth, and it just goes sprinting out. And I'm actually going to use the height marker as a note here. Maybe you guys can see the height it's at. That's actually how many masks are showing. It's like a stack of goblins, each wearing big painted war masks that are supposed to imitate intimidating creatures. Let's see. Do I have like some concept art of this? I do.
Shark bait. Ooh, ah.
I'll post this in Discord if my computer will load faster. Like a little battle scene. Well, that one has 4, but this one the one in game has 3.
God, I wish I had hold person prepped.
Yeah.
Hold person, the bottom one. They all go toppling over. It'd be funny.
I think of these guys as the coconut guys from Moana.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
Oops. Okay. 1. And okay. So he comes out screaming, and you guys all, those of you on the platform, you also hear more screaming coming from the out of your sight, to your left and to your right, around. It seems like some sort of goblin raid is triggered on this outpost. And you'll hear this as you're emerging, and of course seeing Gerald spring into action. If I could have everyone go ahead and roll initiative. We'll just start off with a combat.
Might have to make Gerald roll.
Right. I'm not good at rolling initiative, apparently. All right. That said, the very first round of combat. I also need a. No, I'm good with that. Goblins come screaming out. You're initially surprised. All of you except Gerald, who was on patrol. That's what she gets, is the initial surprise round. But Katie also stepped away. Oh, this is gonna be a mess. Okay. Because I was going to.
She is sitting down just now.
Just now?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm back.
You're back?
I heard I'm on patrol.
Well, we were trying to figure out what you were doing while the rest of them were inside. You said you were kind of keeping a watch out last week.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure which way to play that. If you were just like standing on the steps up top, or if maybe you were wandering around the campsite, kind of patrolling, keeping an eye out, because you do have people you've hired and are escorting down at the boats.
Yeah. I would have been standing like at the steps entrance.
Probably just standing at the steps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we can work with that.
Apparently on my hands.
I also rolled you initiative, but since you're at your computer, you can roll if you'd like.
Cool. Let's see where your initiative put me.
6.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna roll my own initiative.
This
Yeah,
very
that's
first
better.
round of combat, that's a little better. This very first round of combat is everyone has the surprise condition, except of course a horde of goblins that are assaulting the camp, and Gerald, who was on patrol.
Cool.
You initially see some rustling down at these tents down here, and then a stack of goblins comes rushing out.
Stack. Okay.
And you see them rushing towards your boats. And the people that are over there. And then from that, we also you hear other war cries go up around you, and you see a couple of other stacks come bursting out.
Oh my. Okay.
Are these also stacks of goblins?
Oh my. I think, is there an echo coming through somewhere? Uh-oh, Katie, your new speakers are too powerful.
Okay.
At least I heard myself and Zach echo. Zach, where were you looking at?
I was just wondering if these other two goblins are also just stacks of goblins.
Yes, I'm hijacking the height tracker to actually denote how many are in the stack.
Okay.
Actually, this one over here is just 2. The one right above you. That's just 2.
Gotcha.
A couple of their little war stacks come running out. Yeah. They actually look rather formidable.
That's my food alarm. I guess I'll be right back.
All right. Gerald, you are quickest off the mark. You see the goblins rushing towards your boats here, but you also hear war cries go up behind you. What is your initial reaction? How you get the first round of combat?
Okay. I would. So I obviously see the ones like right in front of me, or above to the north of me, right?
Yeah. It's more like you can hear this one around the edge, but you can definitely see the one straight north of you through the tents.
Okay. I would.
You also hear another one coming from somewhere vaguely this direction.
Okay.
That doesn't have a token.
If I yell really loud, would the people at the boats be able to hear me?
Oh, sure. Yeah, you're not that far. I'm sure they can also hear the goblins screaming.
Fair. Yeah. Then Gerald's going to yell out, "Man the boats!" and then run up to these guys and take a swipe.
All right. Make your strikes.
Does an 11 hit?
An 11, does not. The little stack seems actually rather nimble, and you see one of the lower ones catch your attack on its shield.
Damn. That is my turn.
Surprise, and the goblins run. Smoke, you're on deck. The little goblin stack in front of you, Gerald. Despite their increased defense and striking, it seems only the one on top is really able to stab out at you with a spear. Although it is very, very harrying. And these guys, in a form of functionally pack tactics while they're stacked up, they're getting advantage on their attacks for just how many feints and strikes they can do. Only one attack though. Keep one. I rolled that as Gerald. Let's not do that. Gotta select my tokens properly. There we go. The first. Well, I guess I could have got the first one. It was a 15. Does a 15 hit you? Gerald, I'm sorry. I'm going to take it that Katie stepped away again.
No, I'm here. I plugged in my headphones and then I wasn't able to hear anything because I don't have my headphones recognized on my laptop yet, and it's learning process. It's fine.
Nice. All right. I'm going to assume a 15 misses you because you've got pretty nice armor.
Yes.
All right. These other goblins run forward around the corner. 1, 2. And they actually, as they run past, one of them vaults off of the shoulders of the other. And so this one goblin splits into two, but it's no longer a stack of goblins. And they come to harass Liara and Eku. Making their strikes. Oh, they miss. Okay, cool. And this goblin sprints towards the boats. This little stack, trying to scare off the commoners. And they actually do seem to panic a bit and start running away. No, not taking any hits. Undril looks panicked, but she kind of draws a sword. Doesn't seem like she's super sure what to do with a bunch of goblins, and goes running to intercept them. Liara and Eku take the dodge action. Cool. Smoke. Top of initiative. Your folks are getting harassed. I don't hear you through the Discord. Are you pushing while talking?
Can you hear me now?
There we
Yay!
go.
For some reason, my Discord reset. I'm going to use my feline agility to move 60 feet, and I'm going to run towards the one that's harassing the boats.
Nice.
Undril counts as an ally, right?
Undril, yeah. This lady here is wearing way too heavy armor for the jungle, but yeah, she counts as an ally.
Nice.
I'm assuming 20 hits.
You're attacking with a short bow? Yes, 20 hits. All right. Oh, you mean for sneak attack? Yeah, absolutely. 14 damage. Nice. And you pop one of the goblins from the side, an arrow slips right into the mask, and he goes toppling off of the stack into the water.
And then can I take a bonus action to kind of hide in the rubble that's right here next to me?
Bonus. Did you not use your bonus action to double dash?
Nope, that is a racial trait, feline agility.
Yeah, but doesn't it take a bonus action, or no? It's just it just happens.
Yeah, it requires that she doesn't move again for it to reset.
Right, but it didn't take a bonus action to trigger. Okay. Cool. Yeah, bonus action hide. Go ahead and make me a stealth check, please. Noted. Okay. And I'm going to show you as hidden, just so I don't forget. I don't remember what the icon is for hidden. I feel like Foundry should make this work better. That's okay.
There's a module out there that does.
Eh. All right. Anything else for you on your turn?
Nope, that's it.
All right, Tenzin.
Seeing that Smoke kind of has that in hand, Tenzin's going to go boop boop and then like leap off here. Boop. So that's what 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Bam. So he's gonna end up there. Tenzin would like to rage, and so that's his bonus action. And then for his regular action, he's going to recklessly attack this one.
Okay.
For 16 slashing.
Beautiful ghetto crit. Love that
All
damage.
right. 25 hits and 16 slashing. And you just knock. Oh no, this is not a stack of goblins. This is the one goblin here. And he just crunches as he collapses into the ground. Just.
Then Tenzin's going to rotate, so he looks at this one and just roars in its face, and like slaps his chest, and he starts going into his kind of battle dance where he's like knocking the goblin around, so that people who have are going to make a melee attack against this goblin while he's within 5 feet of me have advantage.
Nice. Is that the wolf totem?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Cool. Anything else for you? There's a bonus action.
No bonus action, movement, and action. So
Thoridne.
My turn. Let's go. All right. I guess what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, I'm gonna move in. I'm gonna give Tenzin some help. I'm gonna move that way or get to that spot right there. I'm just gonna attack this goblin right here with a normal melee attack. I have
advantage.
a warhammer. I have advantage
because of Tenzin. He's raging, and then so any melee attack against an enemy within 5 feet of him, he gives you advantage. So there's your credit. Oh,
not
almost
critical. If it was a Carmen, it'd be a critical.
Yeah.
All right. So I have a shield on, I believe. So it's just going to be the normal. So one-handed 7 damage. Nice. Better than the two-handed. Let's go. And that'll be my turn. I don't have anything else. I think I can. Wait, I can do something else. Isn't it a? Is it a bonus? No, it's an action. Never mind. I'm done.
All right, you smack the goblin and really crack its legs. It's kind of screams at you, angry, and seems rather afraid of what's going on here. More rustling north of you guys, and a rather intimidating. Let's see, what is this? Yeah. Okay, and Gerald, actually no, not Gerald, Tenzin, a javelin comes whistling at you from some of the farther tents. Whipping around, you can see a rather large goblin wearing one of these big masks, poking his head out from behind the tents there.
Javelin came at you from the tents.
Javelin comes at Tenzin. It is a 4 a 20 24 to... Oh shit, that's supposed to be a crit. He only has a +4. Okay, apparently a critical hit on Tenzin.
You got crit hit.
Apparently he doesn't deal that much damage. 8 piercing damage.
Reduced to 4 because he's raging.
Reduced 4 because he's raging, and I assume Eric's gone, so I'm going to deal the damage on his token.
Yeah, he's heating up Emma's bottle.
Cool. 4 piercing damage from a javelin, and a second one comes screaming out at Liara, and that misses. Does it miss? Why is it only showing on my screen? Being stupid. Okay, there it is. Sorry, on my screen. I mean, the dice rolled, but it didn't show up in chat. It was like a weird lag thing. That's what I meant by on my screen. That screams out at Liara, chucking 2 javelins. And then he comes running into the fray as well. That's as far. That's all his movement. All right, Gerald.
I swing again at the stack of 3.
Beautiful.
22. And this is one-handed, so 7 slashing damage.
All right. As the goblin swings out at you, you catch its swing and hit back with your longsword, slashing one of them down, who topples off the back of the stack, reducing it to a size of 2.
That is it.
All right. Professor.
Yeah. Seeing the guy in the back, I whip my bow off my back, take aim, and fire.
Nice. All the way out of that guy.
Yeah.
Little elevation. Very nice.
Go. And
I'm sorry, a 13 does not hit. He catches the arrow on his shield as he runs past. Shooting true, but this guy's got his head on a swivel.
well, seeing as how that didn't catch, we're gonna skedaddle after him.
All right, skedaddle away.
All 25 wonderful feet of it. That's it.
All right. Goblin turn. Let's see. We have a stack of goblins here. Undril swings at them. Okay. Undril misses. Goblins try to run past her, and you see the stack. Well, you see the 2 goblins trying to slash at the ropes that are holding the boats onto the bank. But Undril seems to be trading blows with them, and so she catches them. They missed their attack on the rope, but she I'm flavoring it as she stabs their spear away, slaps it away, trying to buy time. Goblins up top. He went with Gerald. Your little stack takes another slash at you. This one's holding some kind of short, curved sword.
Bring it.
Bring it. Oh, sorry. Reveal. That is another 15 on your armor class.
Miss.
Miss. Beautiful. And you see, and as they slash at you, before you can right your balance, they disengage and run backwards through the line of tents here.
Mm.
There we go. The little goblin next to tucked in beneath all of you guys here, he also tries to disengage. and he seems really frightened where he's at, and tries to. Seems like he's going for strength in numbers, so he runs off to try and join this group over here. 5, 15, 20, 25, and 30. That is. Yeah, a little distracting Gambit as he runs away. You know, he still has an action though, but he pulls out a little bow and tries to lob an attack at Tenzin, I suppose, because that's who was right next to him. And that does all of. Let's see, that's a 23 to AC on Tenzin.
Hits.
That's not a crit this time. Uh, 5 piercing damage reduced to 2.
Okay.
Well, raging reduced to 2. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, Liara and Eku seems a little not surprised, but she realizes she doesn't have a weapon in her hands. With that, Liara grabs her and they run. And she tries to hide Eku now that the goblins are missing, and they run off in this direction to hide in some of the bushes there. I'm going to turn them off for the moment. That's goblin, 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 goblin. Smoke.
Okay.
All right.
Um,
It was okay.
Did I
It was
actually hide on a
accurate, to be
12?
honest.
Like, would I get advantage?
Yeah, with that, you have advantage. Go for it.
It is pouring outside right now. Ooh,
Fuck yeah.
Ooh,
that
snap.
is a dead goblin.
So dead.
You're shooting at the stack, yeah? Oh, at the boss up there. Okay.
Oh, if it's the boss, then you don't have sneak attack, right? Oh no, you were hidden. That's right.
Hidden.
Who's hidden?
Ooh,
The targets with. Ooh.
25.
Hidden.
Heyo.
Hidden. Yep, hidden. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to resolve a different ability that this goblin has, but he can't see you, so what up?
If I suddenly cut out, it's because my power goes out, and I'm sorry.
Oh.
I think I heard
it's
that in the
storming.
background.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
storming right now.
All right. He takes what is that? 16 plus 9, 25 damage. Pop. He did not like that one bit. Although by making the attack, you did reveal your position.
Totally fine. I am going to run this direction and bonus action hide.
Beautiful. Another stealth check, please. Sleight of hand, but I'll take it.
My bad.
What's your stealth bonus? +5, +6? 6? Okay, so it's the same roll. That's cool. Smoke looking good there. Tenzin.
Okay, so Tenzin's turn. He will look to Thoridne real quick and like kind of show like his bloody arms, like, yeah, I'm feeling it a little bit. Like maybe, do a little magic, and he like makes a magic motion with his hand. So he just waves it a little bit, like, woo, and
I would love to know what a magic motion is.
he's kind of like fluttering his fingers and going, woo, and then points to his bloody shoulder, right, and be like, hey, woo, that, right, and just so that kind of let him know he could use some healing. And then seeing this as the boss guy, Tenzin's like, I know who I want. Lifts his axe and points at him, and then charges straight at him, and comes in, and he's going to recklessly attack him.
Okay. 24. All right, a 24 will hit. As a reaction, the goblin boss, seeing you charge at, he grabs the goblin next to him, and the two of them swap places, and this one becomes the target of your attack.
I mean, it's one less goblin.
Look out, sir. All right, then.
This guy's gnarly. Yep, no shame. I was going to use it against that crit, but he couldn't see her, so he still had his reaction. But there is a dead goblin, yes. Anything else for you this turn?
No action or no more bonus actions from me.
All right.
All right, I'm up.
Thoridne?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead then, and I'll do a healing word on you,
Who's you?
on Tenzin. Just be like, I've got you, Tenzin.
Yeah. Thank you.
And you get... Wow. It's more than you had before. And then I will go ahead and I'll move my full 25 feet. And I guess I will also attack the boss. Since healing word's a bonus action, I think I got to do melee now.
And you have advantage because I'm still raging. And
Oh, yeah.
If you need to, Thoridne, you can do a cantrip as well. But
Oh, yeah, but I'm going to do
melee
I'm gonna
works.
do a warhammer.
Low level. 23 hits.
Alright,
As this guy
for
dances
10.
out of the way of Tenzin's swipe.
But right into Thoridne.
Smack him in the back of the head, and he goes down.
For 10, that's great. Hey, yo. Teamwork right there. That's some dwarven teamwork.
Wait, what about me?
What about you?
I said dwarven teamwork.
yeah, we didn't see you. What are you talking about?
Smoke will remember this.
For the record, when you crit that boss, Thoridne was dealing with this other goblin, so he may not have noticed.
He doesn't see the arrow sticking out of him?
That's my arrow.
Taking credit. Wow.
He
She's
shot
going to
it.
kill us in our sleep.
She's the one
Gerald?
hiding, and I'm the one that shot a longbow. It makes
Yep.
sense.
No, she's going to do the cat thing. She's going to barf in our shoes.
Ew.
You'll never know my next move.
You're right. Well, that's my turn. I'm done.
Cool. Gerald is going to run and stand over the dead goblin boss and attack the 2-stack.
No
since
attack,
they
only
ran away
protect.
from him. 21.
A 21 will hit. Your longsword lashes out.
6 slashing
Ooh, it
damage.
Slashes up the top goblin real bad. He doesn't fall off though. He seems to keep his wits.
This seems to be going well.
That is my turn.
That's your turn, Professor.
Let's come scurry over here. 10 feet.
As you scurry over, looking over at the river, you can see the goblin stack there. Seems to be trading blows with Undril. They're hacking away at the or they're trying to cut at the ropes that connect the canoes. You also hear other goblin shouts going up out of sight in vaguely this direction.
Yeah. Alright, I want to continue on to my movement here for the other amount of feet. Take my longbow out and launch one at this guy.
All right. Oh, I think that is not enough for the armor class. The arrow shoots out, and it looks like you're going for a perfect eyeball shot, but then it thunks right into the wood right above the eye and just stops there. The wood of his mask just catches.
That's all I got.
No bonus actions, anything?
None I want to use.
Fair enough. Goblin turn. Ooh. The goblin will... Let's try it. You see the goblins reach out. One of them, the lower goblin, drops whatever it was carrying in its left hand. It kind of splashes into the water a little bit, and you see the goblin surge forward and grab at Undril, and just kind of wrap its arms around her leg, or try. Let's see what she does. If I roll contested checks, I'll just roll 2d20, do the numbers. Wow, they both roll like shit.
Good.
Okay. They grab her around the leg, and then you see them kind of spin, almost like in a weird kind of tribal dance thing as they're dancing, but because they're so much shorter than her, it really throws her off balance, and it flips her around, and she splashes into the water, prone. That did take their entire action, though, so they can't attack both this turn. And as they dunk her into the water there, the goblin... Well, no, he'll keep her grappled for the moment. He'll probably let go next turn, but technically she's grappled as well. That goblin goes. The northern stack swipes at Gerald again. Swinging the curved scimitar sword. That is... Jesus Christ!
I think you've only hit 15s when swinging at Gerald this entire time.
Yeah, I have. Oh
Yep.
my gosh.
Just like the simulations.
All right. That was that. Let's do a bonus action disengage as the goblin runs away. 2, 3.
Cowards.
Smoke?
I'm assuming I successfully hid.
You are assuming that, yes.
What I mean is, do I get advantage with my short bow?
Yeah, you can go for it. Yeah.
Check him
you're
out.
right.
Oh, god dang, another crit.
I assume this is on the goblin stacked by the boats, right? Not like on Venom.
You got it, yeah.
I'm loving this upgrade from Nemia, who couldn't hit. Now we're having
Yeah, right?
who's only is critting.
This is beautiful.
For how long?
I'm gonna take it while I got it.
As the lower goblin spins around and throws Undril in the water, it really throws the top goblin off balance, which is a perfect lineup for your shot. Bam! Right in the back of the head, and he topples off into the water face down.
Cool. And I'm gonna use my movement to get here, and I have my rapier out for my next turn.
Nice.
Okay. Tenzin.
All right, seeing that. Are the commoners actually still trying to run away, or are they kind of stopped?
Yeah, I kind of forgot about them for a bit. I'm just having to move kind of up and then like cowering.
Okay.
Trying to see if there's an opening or if they need to run again. They're kind of just like, I guess, a readied move, so to speak. A ready dash.
Okay. So seeing that they're not in, they're not at risk of fully running away, Tenzin will use his movement. And then he is recklessly smacking this goblin.
Beautiful. And the great axe comes down and just smashes this one's head in. Bam. And it collapses.
And then I don't have any movement. But kind of seeing that the boats are clear, and then most of the goblins, at least that are nearby, are gone, Tenzin starts like grunting and waving his arms like, get in the boats, let's go.
All right, Thoridne.
All right. You know, I'm not going to worry about these other two goblins. I'm going to go ahead and I can still see them, right? More or less.
The other two goblins. Yeah, you can see them.
Okay. I'm going to end up moving towards the boats. But can they make a saving throw? It's DC 13 dexterity as I do a Sacred Flame.
All right. Survey says 7.
Huh. Full max damage on that. Let's go. 8 radiant damage.
You hear the top one kind of gargle and scream, and then it as it collapses off the back of its fellow, and the lower one keeps sprinting.
Nice. And then
let me double check the mechanics on that.
I think I'm done. Although,
yeah,
does Tenzin still need more health?
A little. He's
Then-
probably like around half, but it's not terrible.
Oh. Well, if you're at least half, then you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, my turn's done then. That was easy. I'll move close to the boats.
Okay. Gerald, anything you wanted to do? It seems like everyone's running towards the boats, trying to cast off quickly.
Yep, I will do the same.
All right. Anyone doing anything differently?
Nope. Holler at the two that hid and said, "Come on, let's get in the boats. Let's get out of here."
And I'll get Undrill from the water.
Tenzin will help too.
Yeah, she starts to pick herself up, but definitely appreciates the help coming out of the water. Professor, you get no response.
We need to leave now, and I run towards the boat.
I shout for Liara and our guide too.
Oh yeah, they're people. I forgot about them. Oh no, that would have been unfortunate.
Question. Didn't we hear more goblin shouts from down this way?
Yep, that's why we want to get out of here.
But that's also where they went to hide.
Yep.
Do we hear any response from Liara or Eku?
You do not, but after a little bit, as you're just thinking, oh shoot, we better run in that direction, you hear a lot of loud squawking and real, like heavy thumping, trampling noises, and bursting into view, just beyond the ruins over here, a huge herd of those axe beaks come trampling out. Just running, just sprinting straight through the campsite. And you see Eku holding on desperately to the edge of one, as they're functionally stampeding through the area. They see you guys, they panic, they're going. Eku slides off as they make it back this way, and the axe beaks continue screaming and trampling. And let me get rid of those all again.
Hey, it's that bird.
The burb.
All right. Oops, not on the fire. Right.
Hot entrance.
And she collapses off. Oh my god. Are they gone?
We think so. Where's Liara?
I'm not. We got separated. We tried sprinting off into the bushes there, but there were more. There was a whole bunch of them. Maybe another 6 or 7. They, as we were running, I slipped at first and started to hit my head. I think Liara started doing some sort of magic, holding them back, and then that big herd of Axebeaks burst through. She shouted to grab on, and so we each grabbed one, but I don't know where she went. Well, the goblins took her? I don't know. Do we need to go search?
Do we hear more goblins? As if the party, like the raiding party's still incoming?
She is resourceful. We'll let's go. She'll survive. Let's go tag up at the other camp and come back and search for her later.
Well, things are pretty fast, those Axebeaks. So it's possible the goblins have her. It's possible she's holding on for dear life onto a bird. But she's off in the jungle somewhere. Does know the way back though.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
He says about the librarian lost in the jungle.
Steady girl in the jungle.
How else do you think Gandalf got his powers?
Wow.
Gandalf
And let's not
my
forget
arc.
that we also lost some of our workers too.
No, they're right there. They haven't come over yet.
Oh, Nathan said they didn't respond, so I assume that meant that they were snatched.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was referring to Jason or the professor calling out to Liara and Eku.
Okay, I'm following them.
I'm sorry. The workers, yeah, they're here. They were just panicked a bit by the goblins. Undril is properly soaked, not having a good day, but she seems unharmed. Because her and that goblin were trading really shitty rolls. All right.
Dive into the boats. Let's go.
There does, as you Tenzien, you were asking if you could still hear the goblins anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And as you listen, you thought you kind of hear them, but they're really fading off. But you hear more, some kind of groaning, not a pleasant groan, and some sort of threshing through the underbrush. It's not a single voice though. You hear just light clacking and moaning. And as you kind of focus, it sounds like there might be things moving off in the deeper jungle, but that might be moving closer. You'd guess animals, but you'd guess some sort of large animals, except you're not hearing any proper braying or anything like you'd expect.
Yep. Tenzien's
I
like,
just
"Let's
want
go,
it to be
let's go."
known for the record that because Liara started at the bottom of the stairs and I was over here by the foot, I did not have a chance to hand her the jug. It is still in my possession.
Nice.
Yeah, I kind of figured this would all be
good.
happening as you guys are wandering out. So one of you's holding it.
Excellent. Okay. Hop in the boat.
Let's go.
Yes, without further incident, you guys are maybe able to make it onto the boat and cast off into the river, much to the relief of your workers.
And there were 5.
Oh yeah, every 2 sessions we're losing somebody.
No.
Ironically enough, in like 2 weeks, I'm actually going to be in Columbus, so.
Oh my gosh.
In Ohio?
Yeah.
Ohio.
Traveling the last.
Okay, I can see this map now.
Does it feel good, Katie?
Yeah.
New computer crazy.
Yeet.
Okay, making yourself making your way away from the camp. God, I can't say the words. Making some distance from Camp Righteous. You guys are able to spend the last couple hours moving further upstream before finding a rather secluded spot to make camp for for the evening. Something. Oh, well, that's disappointing.
I just love hearing that, like, oh, another one without any random encounters for him to throw at us.
And you're able to, I guess, take a moment and reconcile what's going on. Make your plans. Do anything anyone wants to do on this night before going to bed or settling down, or what are you up to?
Can I kind of like closely inspect the jug and see if I can parse out what it is?
Jug. It's got a whole bunch of, unlike a normal jug with a single opening at the top, this one's covered in corks. Probably a dozen different openings. If you shake it around, you can kind of hear something sloshing around in there. Seems very old. Pretty good shape, though. It's not cracked or anything. I'm pulling up the details.
Hi, John Williams. How you doing?
Yeah, no problem. I figured we'd need a soundtrack. And what better one than Jurassic Park?
I mean, John Williams, he does write great music.
Yeah, are you needing directions from us, Ethan, or are you just looking up?
And so, Danny, I'm sorry, Smoke, messing around with this jug, you kind of pull at one of the corks and go, feeling around in there. It smells really harsh, like some kind of strong acid or something. That's weird. Putting that cork back in, though, start messing with it. Like, okay, but what are all these other corks for? And messing around, playing with it, you pull out a different cork, and suddenly the entire acid smell is gone. You can just hear, you can smell like a very salty kind of vinegar smell coming out, as opposed to more of an acidic, damaging smell. Pulling out a third cork, it refuses to budge, refuses to come out until you put the second cork back in. So it seems like only one cork is able to suction its way out at a time. And this one just straight up smells like beer.
I'll pour Tenzin a glass.
Ooh, hearing like, and he just starts chugging it.
As he drinks acid.
Grabs the jug from the little cat. Yeah, and as you drink, Tenzin, you drink, and you drink, and you drink, and after a moment you kind of pause and go, hold up, something's wrong here. You've drunk more than this thing could possibly hold.
And I am feeling great. He's belching, burping, and having a good time.
At this point, you've gone like over a gallon of beer.
Ayo.
Oh.
Hoping it would run out, and it's just not running out.
Tenzin will burp, and like it has so much force it actually kind of blows a bit of Smoke's fur, and then
Disgusting.
He'll, like, lightly pet the kitty to like put it back into place, like sorry, in pat form.
I'm gonna recork the jug and be like, save the rest for later. We don't know if there's an end to this. And I'm just gonna slowly walk away and go back to investigating.
Tenzin will creep up behind her and be like, more beer. Just like follow her around.
And as you poke and prod with it throughout the night, you think you have a pretty good idea of what each of the corks does. It seems like if you pull off a cork, there's a different liquid inside. So who knows which liquid you're hearing slosh when you shake it. But you can get a basic acid, a basic You're pretty certain it's a poison using your knowledge of poisons. You tried not to taste test that.
Tenzin did. He confirmed it.
Beer, honey, oil that you could probably use for say lanterns or things like that. Maybe cooking. Vinegar. You actually found there was some water in there, fresh water, and salt water for that matter. Wine, and yes, mayonnaise.
Disgusting.
All right.
This-
This is, you can go ahead and add an item to your sheet called the alchemy jug. Assuming you have the strength to carry it.
Probably don't. I'm gonna
Ten-
look to the professor. I'm gonna be like, maybe you should carry this.
Tenzin's gonna keep reaching out and be like,
Yeah, I will go ahead and take it from my little feline friend.
The jug's as big as I am. I don't think I should be carrying it through the jungle.
Tenzin really wants that mayonnaise.
I was about to say he licks the mayonnaise and eats some.
Oh no.
Mm.
Smoke has never met that character before, but something about just the smell of mayonnaise just sets her fur on end, and she's just like, oh no, never, ever.
You don't like monks who enjoy the taste of mayonnaise before a battle?
No, I don't like the idea of grown men rubbing themselves down in mayonnaise before fighting.
Ugh.
He wasn't rubbing himself down; he was eating it. Now his hand was greasy, so he rubbed that on his like tunic or whatever. But
No, no. He's just covered in saliva and mayonnaise. It's just not a good look.
he's a monk. He doesn't care whether it looks good.
All right, so we have Professor Benmus has the alchemy jug.
Yes,
Yes.
it's on my sheet, and I also would like to go through and track and make sure I know exactly which one will always give me fresh water.
Done. All right. Let's see. I feel like there was something else.
I want it to be known for the record that I am in fact rubbing the bug repellent on myself.
Okay, so nightly routine. We were doing some hunting and gathering, mostly gathering, to gather enough food that we would need. With Liara missing, you don't need quite as much. The water. Eku was kind of helping facilitate that. You guys did purchase rain catchers, however, for the moment it's kind of unnecessary because you're on the river. So she's able to show you guys how to appropriately boil the water so that it's safe. So as long as you're near the river, you actually don't have to worry about water at all, assuming you can boil it. And then, yes, the bug repellent that you guys have. I don't remember how many days it has been, but you'll want to keep an eye on your supply. Although you guys purchased a shit ton, so.
Yeah, I think we did like 60 days. So
And reading one more thing before we move on. I don't think there was anything else, but I'm just kind of assuming these things happen during the camping, and we'll deal with what happens if conditions change, like you leave the river, or we run out of something like bug repellent. Well, that'll be fun. We'll do that later. Okay, cool. You guys found, let's see, who was leading the expedition, the first canoe? Was it, were you guys having Eku do it, or was it?
No, it
Echo.
was.
It was me. You
yeah, it
were
was
rolling
Smoke
for
on the
me.
water.
Sorry, it was for Smoke. What was your survival again? +6?
+5. Did we get a full night's rest?
Everybody says yes.
Hooray, long rest.
Long rest. Liara is lost in the jungle.
And she was never heard from again.
She's gonna be so pissed when we run into her again.
Oh, probably.
Either that or hanging out with Tarzan.
Yeah?
I dig it. I like that. That's canon now.
She's gonna find some like peaceful tribe in the middle of nowhere, and she'll be good to go.
Meets the love of her life. Teaches him how to be a civilized person.
Continuing.
If she asks, we spent hours looking for her.
Of course we did. Of course.
Yeah. She's like, I literally came back to the campsite like 10 minutes later.
We must have been looking in the opposite direction then, because we didn't see her.
Well, we took our boat downriver to look for you.
Just gaslight the hell out of her.
Right.
Pouring rain again, damn.
I thought you just said porn rain.
Corn rain.
Is that like the scene from Flashdance?
I was thinking Mission Impossible and not Mission Impossible, Top Gun and the beach.
But it's not raining at the beach. Granted, Flashdance is a shower scene, but you know, it's still like it has a rain style head.
That night, as you guys camp down, oh, I'm sorry, that was the other piece. I'm assuming, because we've done it every campaign, but I'm assuming you guys are setting some sort of watch throughout the night.
Yeah.
Yeah. With so many people in the party, I'd be surprised if there wasn't. Eku would suggest it, you know. Sometime during the night, Gerald, while keeping watch, you see a very strange thing flying. No, it's not near you guys, and this isn't the start of an encounter or anything. It's just something you see.
Gerald is currently changing Tiamat.
Fine, the Gerald doesn't get to see it. Professor?
Yep.
No, I'm kidding. Professor, during your watch, in the middle of the night, you see something very strange, very large, flying over the jungle. At first, it looks like just a giant ball. It's hard to get a sense of scale because you're like, is it small or is it massive? It feels like it should be massive, but how could something that big fly? And then you realize it's not even really flying. It's just kind of arcing, like a sling, like a ball from a slingshot. It's flying across the jungle. You see it go from, you guys are camped and you just see it go from south to north. Not over your heads, just off in the distance, just sailing, a good couple thousand feet.
I'm going to make a note of this and go try and figure out how we can convince the party to go investigate it later.
It's hard to guess how far it would be because you feel like your eyes are playing tricks on you in the dark with how large this thing might be. But if it's actually that big, this thing should have been, probably 10, 20 miles away. That you see it go flying through across the tops of the trees. Hard to make out though. And the next morning, Zach's power went out. Neat.
Oh no!
Is he on backup? Like he's still showing us online in Discord. Zach, are you there?
He might be on his phone. Oh, there he went.
Oh, there it was. There it was. So with that, the next morning, we set out up the river again. Choo choo. Where is my tool for the map fog? There it is. sailing up the river.
Sailing,
The first
sailing up the river.
first day. Okay, I'll work with that. Okay, as you guys make your way up the river over the next day or two, at one point the river becomes rather shallow. You see lots of overgrowth and trees that have fallen in. The current probably goes pretty strong deeper, like underneath, so the water's flowing, but it's hard to get boats past. So you're having to dock and carry them past. Yeah, carry them past the blockage, and then you can get back in the water on the other side. And as you're doing that, we get a random encounter. Woohoo! I guess tonight is all combat. Whoops. Let me look at this. Yeah, this will work. Cool. Figure there's no lighting things, right? Good. Awesome. And for this map, we'll just say the river is just off screen. As you're carrying the boats along, there's lots of animal noises through the jungle, squawking and running. And the whole thing is dark. Why is the whole thing dark?
I don't have any token on the screen.
Same Z.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Ooh. It's nighttime
Midnight.
too.
Yeah.
Vision light color. Okay. Cool.
Looking good.
And the Echo token. Echo. And the 2 commoners. 3 commoners. I wonder if I can save them so I don't have to do this every time. I will figure out my shit. I'm starting to realize I shouldn't do random encounters, because if I do them in real life at a table, I can just grab random tokens out of a box. If I do them online, I have to have
You can do the
everything
same
loaded.
thing. Just have them pre-built.
Yeah, but that requires planning. If I do them actually random, I can just pull them out of a box in real life.
Fair.
Well, the first thing that happens is Eku kind of pauses and goes, "Oh, would you look at that?" And she starts running around in the roots of one of the nearby trees and pulls out this strange plant. The actual flower and stalk isn't very interesting, but she shows a rather large root on this thing. It's clearly it looks kind of fat, like a brownish colored beet. Very earthy brown. She pulls it out and says, "These are Ryath roots. they supposedly I hate this thing. Why does it do this? They're supposedly they give you lots of energy. They really boost you up. People will take them before making arduous climbs on like mountain summits or things like that, or before trying to tame a ferocious beast. Some of the local Choltons will do this. So it's supposedly a huge energy boost and very healthy for you. She's able to pull out 3 of them. She kind of spotted the plant there. Not particularly tasty, but they're more just flavorless than anything. But a fun little local delicacy.
I would like to make a note of what they look like
Sure.
Same here.
and study and learn how she was able to figure out what that was.
She says, "Here, take a closer look," and she tosses one of them to you, Professor. You can keep that.
Yeah, and I would like to take a small bite off the end of it.
As promised, pretty flavorless. She's like, "No, cook it, eat the whole thing."
Next stop,
Okay.
I will.
What in the world? I don't like that roll. Do it again. I can work with that. You seem to have caught the attention of some sort of dinosaurs that I can't pronounce.
Oh,
Danny's so excited.
Oh, god dang it, they're not even angry. Never mind, it's not even combat.
Wait. I'll take
yes.
it.
But I like combat. Mortal Kombat.
It's a brontosaurus.
Glad I sang the song earlier. You're welcome, everyone.
So you have to do that
Press
every
all
episode
press
to summon a dinosaur, please.
No,
Yes.
it doesn't work
Nathan,
like that.
we require John Williams to summon dinosaurs.
Uh-huh.
I'm back. Did I miss anything?
Welcome back. There's a dinosaur in front of us.
Oh. What in the Jurassic Park?
We already
Totally
made-
random. Do I see any dinosaur nests anywhere?
God damn it.
Life needs life to live.
And he's actually just lumbering through the forest, living his best life. And coming right at the path where you guys are trying to ford your canoes. And if I could, let's see. These are so many animals that I don't know what they are. Every time I roll one, I go, I don't know, is that thing going to be a T-Rex and rip you guys apart? Or is it this dude who doesn't know what's going on and just wanders past?
Sounds like Nathan needs to learn a dinosaur book.
Danny,
That's the thing. I'm
show 'em
unlikely
Jurassic
to ever
Park.
actually.
Listen, I can only do so much. Especially the new Legend of Zelda came out. Like, there's no hope right now.
Is that what you'd rather be doing?
It's the same reason I don't learn Italian. See, I'm unlikely to ever need this knowledge in real life.
you're needing it now.
Exactly.
You know parts of Italian from reading music.
We're doing a fight.
I'm just gonna-
What? I mean, listen, my earlier inquiry was not answered. Do I spy with my little eye any dinosaur nests?
I don't know. What are dinosaurs?
Reptiles?
Eggs of large nature. Do I see them?
Could you even carry an egg of that large?
Shh.
How would you hide
We
it?
make sacrifices for our dreams.
You're writing checks your body can't cash.
I'm not saying I want that specific dinosaur. I'm just looking around to see if I see a nest anywhere.
You know what? Yeah, fuck it. There's a nest.
Oh, God damn it.
Um,
Of raptors.
right?
Oh, I'd definitely take one of those eggs.
Oh no.
What is this, Jurassic Park 3?
Yeah, raptors talk and everything.
I don't have artwork for this one. I don't know why the Brontosaurus even has artwork, because I didn't do it.
Because it is a majestic creature.
Okay. You guys are starting over here. You need to ford your way across to over here. Where's my box? Somewhere over there. That's where the easiest entry to the river is again. The orange box on the left, if you can all see that. Cool. You do see a large Brontosaurus crunching around up north. And you hear various other braying and things like that. A couple of pterodons flying through the air. And as you kind of make your way through, smoke, yeah, you spot a partially hidden nest of some kind tucked in over here. With very large eggs in it.
I know my own limits. I can't carry a large object.
It's smaller than the alchemy jug.
Oh. Do I see any other dinosaurs around?
Make me a perception check. With your super high wisdom. 25. You hear what sound like a large rustling. You can just make it out under the sound of the brontosaur. Beyond the copse of trees over here, you hear lots of rustling in this corner down here. Although it's hard to see through the foliage.
Well, I'm going to let the group know that because I'm assuming, depending on what route we take to get to the other side, we might dip a little close to where the rustling is.
If you decide to just go about your day, there's no combat. If you're wanting to go for the eggs, there might be something. And the brontosaurus could be really fun.
Smoke is going to look at Tenzin and be like, hey, if we take one of those eggs, we might get to fight something.
There are 2 in the nest. 2 eggs.
He kind of looks at you, then kind of looks to the jug on Benris's pouch, and he's like,
Trust me, I don't mind if you have the jug to drink beer, but, if you were wanting to fight something, there's a pretty good chance it would be that direction.
Tenzin kind of points at the jug, then points at himself, and is like, and like as if he was carrying it.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
No,
good.
totally fine. I'm totally down with that.
Tenzin looks to Ben Mess is like, gimme.
No. Let's move.
Are you implying you would like to make mayonnaise out of those eggs over there?
The game is paused, so we can't move.
I don't know. What's the plan?
That's
here?
a
The
lot
plan
of
is to
mayonnaise.
Eat mayonnaise and that's it.
Well, I mean,
Tenzin might try to like swipe and like grab the alchemy jug and like shovel it under his arm and then follow Smoke down to the eggs.
swat Tenzin's hand away from the alchemy jug.
Sleight of hand.
I'm being sneaky. Very sneaky.
Trudge forward, helping to carry the canoes, because apparently nobody wants to do that.
I'm not tall enough to be of assistance with that, so I
will
don't really see what
assist
your
with
argument
that.
is.
It is also raining hard again, so keeping my fingers crossed.
Oh, I thought you meant in the game.
No, my power went out earlier, and it was just not a fun time.
I will also help carry the canoes.
Do we need to do a roll for the canoe carrying? I'm assuming no.
Smoke seems to be leading you guys towards a large nest of dinosaur eggs. The direction you need to go is the orange box up there.
Yeah, we've got the big monstrous creature here peeking out through the trees, so it's wanting to come along and hug these rocks, and that. Beeline it straight for where we need to go.
So explain to me exactly why we've come off of the river again.
The water has gotten it's gotten too shallow for the canoes, so we're having to forge areas to get the canoes someplace deep where we can keep moving.
Gotcha.
The river kind of lightly bends where you're at, and so you're able to just run across there. It's also the random encounter map I had available that didn't have a river present on it, so.
Right then.
And then I kept rolling random stuff, and it was all non-hostile. I was like, oh, well, the
Hooray!
I thought
Do we
it was
get
hostile.
XP for all those other ones that we rolled?
Maybe. Y'all doing milestone leveling, but yeah, because we didn't want to do XP.
Well, you're keeping a hidden tracker timer thing.
I'm kind of keeping track. Yeah.
So, like, based on my knowledge, can I kind of suss out what kind of dinosaur eggs those are?
From that distance, no. Well, I don't know.
I'm gonna climb up into this tree, kind of look over.
And with Smoke's stealth, we can't tell where she went, can we?
Probably not at this point. If she's moving up quietly into a tree, you probably saw her go towards that tree. But yeah, you going with?
He was gonna kind of follow her, yeah. He'll be an instigator. I guess he'll follow along, like being like and kind of like grunts a little bit, and he's kind of developed a different grunt for each of the different people. So he kind of like he'll grunt in one way for Smoke, but a different way for Gerald, right? So he'll be like he'll come up, let's say like it's like the edge of this rock, and like his grunt for Smoke.
Love that scream in the background.
I know. Oh no, Emma.
Somebody has upset the dragon god.
Yeah, Smoke hears the grunt and like turns around really fast, and you just see like a pair of like flashing eyes like zero in on you, and she like holds a paw up to her mouth like shh.
Then he'll like,
are you taking part in any shenanigans here, or continuing to just move the boats along a path?
I am not. I would like to try and keep moving the boats, and like honestly, stop next to these big rocks and try and let the Brontosaurus pass.
Okay.
In that gap, if we can.
You're shooting for the gap with the boats. Sure.
So from my vantage point in this tree, can I kind of suss out what kind of eggs they are?
Make me a nature check. Kind of big.
The eggs.
Maybe they belong to that brontosaurus over there.
Do I see any hint of parents nearby?
You're still hearing some of those noises. Of course, lots of chittering all through the trees and everything. Something kind of big moving around over in this clearing.
I'm going to sneakily hop down and try to swipe one of the eggs.
Okay. And with that, oh yeah. With that, you hear a loud chittering up in the trees. Some sort of birds or something start squawking. One or two of them set off into the. It's like you startled them somehow coming down. They've, despite your stealth, they were on a hairpin trigger there. And you hear some rustling, and so as you're going down towards the nest, picking your way to it through the undergrowth. There's a large thumping as something big comes through the underbrush towards you. And for the hell of it, let's
That's where we'll end for the night.
right. Well,
Hour
you cut-
15 early.
Right. And with that, go ahead and roll me initiative. I'm curious to see what your reactions are like.
All of us?
If you'd like to, you can all roll initiative. I don't know that you may choose not to participate on your turn, but might as well roll. See what we get.
Boom.
Boom.
Again, I'm rolling well.
For now.
Yeah, for now. Only initiative. So we're rolling initiative. We're not in a fight, though. It's more or less to see the order of operations of things, I'm assuming. Or is there literally some stuff that are like, we've made angry? And by we, I mean probably Smoke.
Probably.
Oh, okay. I rolled the 21. Okay. Smoke. Something huge comes pounding through the trees. Just what would be, difficult terrain or even completely impeding foliage, just crunching underneath it. And as it comes through some of it, it starts to come into view, and you realize I don't have artwork for this. Sorry, generic token. It's a large triceratops pounding through the underbrush. You can mouse over to see a name of it, but generic token. Big triceratops. Make your stealth check one more time for coming down.
Hell no.
Womp, womp, womp,
And with that, it
womp.
spots you and lowers its nose to charge.
You
All right,
tried, Smoke.
Your turn.
You found out what kind of eggs they were, at least.
I did indeed. I did indeed. How close am I to the nest?
Looks like about 5-10 feet. Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna
Trying to carry one and sprint, you'd probably be moving at about half speed.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Is that just her or is that anybody?
That's just her. Her strength combined with her size, it's going to be a significant burden on her.
Well, I have a decision to make here.
Kind of
playing
playing
fast.
fast and loose with the encumbrance rules. I suppose under one measure she shouldn't be able to carry it at all with how much she's already carrying, but I'll give her half speed.
And I see that it's getting ready to charge me, right?
Oh yeah, it's coming at you.
Cool. How tall is the tree that I'm on?
That you're on? I thought you'd climb down.
I was on my way down when it started slamming through. I don't know how far down I got.
We'll give it 20 foot.
Excellent. I'm gonna hop back up the tree. And then once I am safely towards the top, I'm gonna look at it. And I am going to make a check on myself real quick. Do I want... I'm gonna try to like hold out a paw and tell the beast to calm down.
Oh boy. Let's see this animal handling.
This massive beast barreling down on this tiny little cat.
It doesn't seem responsive to your preaching.
I figured it wouldn't, but that's okay because I'm waiting for Tenzin.
Oh boy. Thoridne.
Yes.
There's a lot of rustling down where Tenzin and Smoke went, but I guess you're still helping carry a boat, huh?
Yes. And I'm going to continue to do so.
Up until just this moment, the professor had paused everyone next to the rocks so that we would let the Brontosaurus pass. But I guess you can try to move forward if you'd like to. Otherwise, you're kind of attached to a boat.
I mean, I'll just continue to hold pace or whatever with everybody else. You don't need to.
Cool.
I don't need to worry about moving or whatever.
Smoke, there wasn't a cry for help or anything, was there? No?
No, I'm good. I know Tenzin knows where I am.
Fair enough. Gerald, I assume same thing. Well, actually, your token has wandered off. But what are you up to, Gerald? She's muted, probably with baby. That's okay.
I have Tiamat, and she's been hitting my keyboard.
Did you say Tiamat?
Yes.
That's great. I love it. Having Emma's name in there, it's perfect.
Professor? Doom.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ready to make my way across once the Brontosaurus leaves the area, tail and all. As I shake my head, having heard the rustling south of us, just like.
All right, Tenzin. You see the Triceratops as well.
Mm-hmm. Is the Triceratops like going to charge, or is he just like did it just lower its head as like an intimidation thing, and then once Smoke was out of there, it's kind of like standing its ground?
Oh, it looks like it's going to charge. Yeah, it's coming.
So then Tenzin kind of makes like the jumping motion, like off it, like he puts two fingers on his shoulder and like jumps with his fingers, and then he like waves at himself and pointing from her. So basically he's telling Smoke to jump from her tree onto Tenzin and he'll catch her and then he'll run the other way.
Smoke sees it.
Okay. We're gonna call that a ready to action. I'm not even gonna articulate what the ready is because it'll happen or whatever is going on there. Assuming Smoke doesn't mess it up.
I probably will.
The Triceratops is gonna move before her. Does that change your calculus, Tenzin?
He doesn't know that.
Triceratops lowers its head. Smoke begins to charge. Smoke scrambles up the tree. Tenzin's like, "Hey, come here, jump!" And it rushes forward. Actually, it's good enough. It can just step right over its own nest. It knows what's going on there. And it slams into the tree that Smoke is holding on to. Smoke, the tree starts to tip over. How are you reacting?
I'm gonna leap towards Tenzin.
Leap towards Tenzin? Okay. If you could make me a if you could make me an acrobatics check with disadvantage, please. Because the tree is unstable. Good enough. It's more of a fall than a proper leap. But you're able to direct yourself in vaguely Tenzin's direction. Of course, he's got a quick reaction to snatch you as well. And that was that was the Triceratops' turn. Spoke. It kind of knocked you out of the tree, but your acrobatics was able to direct you where you wanted to go.
Sweet.
As you kind of land on Tenzin, technically prone, but of course you can just stand up if you'd like. What's your move now?
I'm gonna tell Tenzin to run that direction away from our group.
What are you hoping to accomplish right now? Are you just trying to get away, or are you still trying to steal an egg?
I'm making it up as I go, okay? You think I had a plan going into this?
Okay. So what are you doing, though, Smoke? Standing your ground?
Well, I'm standing on Tenzin's shoulder.
Tenzin runs towards the group instead.
And seeing Tenzin not listen to me, I am going to run this direction.
All right, Tenzin turns to run towards the group. Smoke takes off into the jungle. Professor, the Brontosaurus has passed. Roll out.
Yes, because I don't know which way the Triceratops is going or what's going to happen. So
yeah,
yes.
you would have heard the crash into
Right,
the large tree.
right, but I don't know what's going to do next because the other trees would be it. So, yeah, once the all four and like halfway through the tail, then we'll start moving to sneak across.
Okay. Thoridne, Gerald, any objections to that? You following the professor, or
Nope, no objections. I'm good with this plan. I'm not in the mood of having to fight a big old Triceratops. Especially if we don't have to.
Yeah.
You know?
All right.
Smoke.
And Tenzin spent his movement running off towards the group. Okay.
Oh no.
And the Triceratops kind of turns off from it and tries chasing after Smoke. Whoops. One step too far. And makes and hits with a tick. Okay, cool. And one of the horns comes running at you. Reveal. Why isn't it revealing? There we go. That's a 24 to your armor class.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Oof.
Oh, stop. Okay, I'm gonna fix this. Okay. Okay. I have Triceratops selected. There goes. 18 piercing damage. And if I could have you make a strength saving throw, please.
Dumb stat check.
You are knocked prone as it slams into you. Your turn.
Lovely. Cool. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stand up. And I'm gonna hop on its back.
Okay. Okay. Make me a when it's 3 sizes different. I mean, it's not truly a grapple.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to grapple. I'm just trying to hold on, like kind of tuck myself behind its crest so that it can't hit me with its horn again.
Eric, what do you think? What kind of roll is that? No, wait, Eric walked away. Jason, any any wise ideas?
Acrobatic.
A small creature climbing onto the back of a huge?
Actually, athletic probably.
Yeah, choice of acrobatics or athletics, Danny, but it's going to be an opposed check against the Triceratops athletics.
Cool. What is the Triceratops roll?
Athletics. I'm sorry, it's going to roll athletics, but you have choice of athletics or acrobatics. So let me roll die. Selected.
Are you fucking kidding me?
As it rears its head, you go
need to
and
give up the
grab on.
dino. You need to give
I
up
was
the
trying to get away.
Get away faster.
You grab onto its neck, and it kind of flings its neck back and forth, and you're holding on, being tossed around, kind of like a rag doll, before it launches you forward again off of its neck. And we'll say you land in the same place. You're still not prone, though.
Cool. I'm still prone.
Not prone.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna use my feline agility here. And how much movement do I have left from my first initial standing up? Just half my movement.
Yeah, it costs half, which I believe. Yeah, it doesn't particularly matter if you do it before or after. So standing up costs half, but that costs double, so you're back to square one. It's like you have full movement.
And then I'm gonna bonus action disengage or bonus action dash, and I'm gonna run again.
Okay. It kind of stomps at you as you try to run.
Wait, no, sorry, I take that back. Then I totally forgot I had to bonus action disengage.
Thoridne, you see smoke go screaming underneath the Brontosaurus legs.
All right. How damaged does she look?
I have exactly 3 hit points left.
Gotcha. All right. Are you within range of me? I think you are, actually. Perfect. You're 25 feet. I think you needed to be like within 30. Oh, it's within 60 here. Okay. I'm going to cast a healing word at her.
There you go.
At level 2.
I'll take it.
Wow. You know what? It's because there's issues with healing magic. People can't be raised.
I'll
Healing's
take it.
starting to be like minimalized. Uh-oh.
No, for sure. Yeah.
It's because she's screaming as she runs. She can't hear you. No, I'm kidding.
Fur flying. God dang.
That's funny.
I'm gonna continue to do this canoe thing though, so that's what I'm doing.
I'll just move you guys as a group when on the professor's turn.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll keep up with that though, more or less. That's all
Unless
I can
anyone
do for
breaks
now.
off, but yeah. Gerald? Let's see, anything special for Gerald? You probably see smoke go ripping through the underbrush as well. Okay. Unless Katie comes back and tells me otherwise, I'm going to assume she thinks it's good for a moment. Professor, anything special for you?
Keep moving towards that log.
Okay. Hello? Testing.
Hello.
There you are.
Okay.
We hear
Hi.
you. How is
That
Emma?
was a whole shit show. So sorry. No, I was saying I am going to stick with the professor because I don't want to be eaten by a dinosaur, and I don't care if it's a veggie dinosaur. I just don't want to be eaten.
You don't like Vegisauruses?
Not if they are threatening me.
Okay.
You
And the group moves on. And Tenzin, the Triceratops is not chasing after you, Mr. Tenzin.
Say that to Tenzin. He is standing next to me.
Cool. The group is continuing to ford the boats, but
Yep.
Smoke has run off in a different direction, and the Triceratops seems more keen to follow.
Tenzin, as long as he doesn't draw attention to himself, will keep the boat group in sight and then try to then move towards where Smoke was to be like, where's Smoke? Smoke, come here, come to me, and try and basically find Smoke.
How's this for movement? Look reasonable?
I can't see.
Cool.
Oh, sorry. 1 sec.
I will trust your judgment.
You're about a movement behind the group, but... Oh, wait, you can dash. You can double move and basically catch up to the group. Cool. And Smoke, the Triceratops, starts to move in your direction and then halts as the Brontosaurus demands its space, lumbering through the area. If you could make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Sure.
Beautiful. You are able to successfully duck it around and avoid the Brontosaurus's legs and fade away into the underbrush. The Triceratops kind of backs off a little bit, grunting, looks after where Tenzin was, doesn't see him there, guarding its territory. Very upset at someone going near its eggs. But it is no longer pursuing. What are you up to?
Honestly, the Triceratops was just hallucinating. There was never anybody there.
You can't gaslight a live animal.
Yes, I can.
All right, going back for more?
No, actually, I'm gonna loop up to where the shoreline is, and I'm gonna wait for the group to get there.
Sounds good. And we make it to the shoreline with nothing crazy except a couple of new routes.
We made it
You made it.
with only minimal damage.
Exactly.
You mean with minimal life?
Nah, minimal damage.
All right. Oh, that was the wrong map. It's all glitching out, man. And with that, we make our way up the river. And with maybe a couple of hours before nightfall, we come upon...
We made it to Camp Vengeance.
We come upon the part of your map that is labeled as Camp Vengeance. Through the foliage, you see a somewhat crude timber fortification. There's a walled compound with watchtowers and tents, all encircled by a ditch, bristling with sharpened stakes. A large gatehouse faces the river, on the shore of which you see 4 rowboats tied to a wooden post. And scattered around the fort are piles of charred human corpses and flayed animal carcasses, all swarming with flies.
Oh.
But there does appear to be life. There's activity here. But this is a proper walled fortification, as opposed to the kind of haphazard camp you guys saw before. Let me pull up a map, make sure it's good. What are those? Okay, we're gonna turn that all off. Tell you what, I hate to do this. I know we have a little more time scheduled, but I think I'm gonna show you guys the map, and then I think I just want to call tonight's session here.
That's acceptable.
On every angle, we've had many different technical difficulties, and I just feel like this would be a better place to stop than trying to dig into some story-based stuff right at the end of a session. So sorry to cut it a little short.
No, that's fine.
Let me
Yeah,
drop
no,
the tokens on the
it's
map,
fine. Yeah.
and accept Liara.
Wow, they learned their lesson.
They definitely
really
learned their
did.
lesson.
So yeah, this is Camp Vengeance. Yeah, spikes in a ditch and everything. Some charred human corpses outside, that kind of thing.
Could we get like a flyover of the map so we don't have all these huge black squares thing?
We haven't
Or-
made it inside yet.
Okay.
How's that?
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know if this map necessarily needs to be Fog of Ward. Unless y'all start a fight, in which case I'm turning the walls on. But yeah, I think we'll call the session here. Let me make sure I have my notes in order and maybe prep a couple of proper random encounters that aren't actually random. They're a little more thought out. We'll see how that works.
Sounds good to me.
Danny, when are you out of town? Is that next weekend or is it the one after?
It is. Hold on, looking at my calendar. The weekend of the 26th.
Okay, so the 21st, everyone's still good. Unless there's graduations and stuff that everyone's attending, I don't know. So.
Yeah, I will be out that 26th through the 29th as well.
Will you? Okay. Then I think we'll definitely take that weekend off. No pressure on anyone that's traveling to kind of jump on. We'll be down to 3 players anyway, so. But the 21st, next weekend, I think we're still planning to play. We'll jump into Camp Vengeance next week.
Sounds good.
Ooh ha ha. Ooh ha ha.
All right. Hope everything is going well with Tiamat over there.
Yeah, I think going forward, if we don't have my mom here, either one of us will have to not play, or both of us, depending on how ornery she's being.
Just
Gotcha.
banish her back to the plane of Avernus.
Avernus doesn't want her back.
No, it sure doesn't.
Yeah,
Never
try.
mind, gorilla or character.